What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Let me give y'all this one. This one is very important. If I had to guess, I would say that the majority of the people that are walking the planet are people who seek knowledge, people who want to know, people who want to know what is and what's not, people who want to learn and add to their database of knowledge. And only a handful of people, I would say, are not on that journey or not interested in that. But I think that most people are. And whether you are a person who's seeking knowledge just to know it, or whether you're seeking knowledge because you want to use that knowledge to make yourself a better person, either way, it's always a good thing to want to know more. Want to know what's this and what's that and why is this and why is that. You know, I think that's something that's in the nature of the human being. But here's the point of this video today. Whether it be politics, religion, history, science, anything that you can name out, whether it's the GOAT debate between Michael Jordan and LeBron James, it don't matter what it is, people want to know facts and information that can prove their point or can help their arguments or whatever. And you have individuals who know some stuff, you have individuals who think they know some stuff, and then you have individuals who immerse their whole life in the acquisition and accumulation of knowledge. And that's what they do. You know, they're professors, they're scholars, they're clergy, they're whoever they may be. And when those people emerge, sometimes they develop followings. Sometimes they create organizations. And when they create these organizations, they have these followings, and quite naturally, there are people who flock to them and they hang on their every word. Now, you have groups like this on this side, and you have other people on this side, and while there may be similarities, there also may be opposing views. Now, when you have those opposing views, now we get into the dynamic that's tricky, because depending on how the individuals who represent these organizations, depending on how they are able to address disagreements or any differences compared to other people in other organizations, that's very important. Because now what we're seeing, and we've been seeing this for a while, but you know, every time I see it, it just makes me want to talk about it some more. People in the so-called conscious community going at it with each other. And when that happens, you have people who are have given themselves the mantle of being responsible for the people and educating and teaching and leading the people. And you have other people who have been placed in those positions. But when you start bumping heads, and more importantly, bumping heads publicly, who loses? And the answer to that question is the people who lose. Because while I said earlier that there may be people who are down with this organization over here and they down with this organization over here, they've already made those decisions. You have other people who have not made those decisions and are really sincere and true to the heart about wanting to get better and to know. So if I'm a person who's on the sideline and I have not made a decision on how I feel about what this person is saying and what this person is saying, I'm trying to honestly listen to both, then the behavior of both as it relates to each other starts to be in a manner where it's almost like two children fussing about who gets to play with the toy. Now the people are in limbo because the people who were supposed to be conscious, supposed to be leaders of the people, they now acting like ignorant people. I almost said something else. So the people lose in that regard because it becomes a turnoff to some. And now in the social media age, to watch conscious people going at it and now these conscious people become no different than regular childish Negroes who argue about stupid stuff on the internet, argue about baby mama and baby daddies, argue about who owned dope and who got the most money, and y'all, the same ignorant, stupid stuff. Now you see supposed to be leaders in communities acting the same way. Who loses? Who are we to trust? How can we look at you and say, okay, I'm going to follow that. I'm going to take that. That's who I'm going to ride with. When all it takes is for a little friction, all it takes is for a little pushback for your whole layer to be peeled off and you become just as ignorant as the ignorant that I mentioned earlier. At the very least, we should have it in our mind like, look, bro, we're not going to do this publicly. At the very least, we can have that type of respect for the people. But here's the difference. You can acquire knowledge all day long. You can have all the knowledge. You can know everything inside and out. But one thing that you have to gain the knowledge of, that we have to gain the knowledge of, we have to gain the knowledge of the ability to control our emotions, to rise above our emotions, and to look at the big picture, not just focus on us. And that's the mistake. We look at us. We get caught in our egos. And we don't think to say, well, hold on, man, let me handle this the right way because the people are watching. And you don't want to lose the people because you indirectly, you and your emotions, you and your feelings arguing with somebody else and both of y'all are supposed to have this knowledge. And now you indirectly are losing the people and you don't know what path they could have went on. And what you're saying could have been real. You could be actually, what you know could really be the right thing to know. So, parts of the conscious community, we in trouble, man, because we act just like everybody else. We ain't no different. We just as ignorant as everybody else. But we so conscious, though. We so woke, though. We got to get that together, man. And the first thing we'll say, if two other people, there's some cats in the streets was going at it, the first thing we'll say is, okay, we want to get these brothers together and sit them down and try to resolve these problems, but we won't even do it with ourselves. And we the ones supposed to have the knowledge. So, it's disheartening, but that's the reality that it is. Hopefully we can fix that, we can reverse that, because it ain't about no one individual. It ain't about no one individual organization. It's about saving our people, man. So, all right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. I'll catch y'all with another real soon, man. Peace and love.